Hello, am I recording? Hey, wanted to give an update on the progress of our growing season, our crop, 2025 crop. Update on our 25, yeah, if I could talk. Okay, so here's, I'm just going to run you through some of the plants. And you can see, compare them where they were and where we're at now. Got some cabbages started here. Cabbages and kells. Here's the progress on all those. Nope. Dang it. I'm covering the... Here's the progress on all the lobelias. These are for our basket lobelias. As you can see, they're coming along nicely. Moving along, we got the start of our marigolds. Under the covers here, we've got osteospermums. And so on and so forth. Helichrysums, gaillardias, dianthus, statice, coreopsis, orangium, fescues, gazanias, they're looking big. Fan lobelias, and of course the bacopas. Filling up our benches. Next week we're going to move all these lobelia out to our greenhouse, spend the rest of their life there till they go out into the field or till they're planted in our hanging baskets. Here, if you watched the last video, you can see the difference in our digitalis. These are growing up nicely. They'll be double shifted. So from here, they're going into a larger pot, establish bigger roots, and then into an even larger pot until they go out to the field. Crispidias. You can see our verbascum is starting to grow their little hairs. Lupins look the same. Lupins look like lupins. Same with the yarrows. Crazy daisies, still crazy. And we've got a couple of different ones here. We've got some lavender and a erigeron and some asters. There's a salvia and a couple that are germinating on the bench here in ornamental oregano and parsley. And that is all in one of our houses. Let's move on to number 2. is our begonia house. We keep this warmer and a lot more lights, a lot more intense light. This stays around 80 degrees during the day, about 70, 75 at night, I forget. It cools down a little, not too much. But we also have our impatiens here. These guys are fairly fresh. They've only been out of the chambers for maybe a week and a half. You can see they're already getting their true leaves going. Along with our petunias. These have been out a little longer, maybe 2 weeks. But they are looking beautiful. This is the very first impatient we started. This is for our baskets. You can see how that's doing. I think that's going to bloom here shortly. It's coming right along. Then I'll show you all of these along this bench. And this bench are all begonias. They start out, they come out of the chamber this size, if you can even see that. Teeny tiny. Then they grow a little and they'll start looking like this. A little better, you can actually see them in the cells. And they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you can see them start to change colors. This is an illumination apricot, so it's got the darker leaf on it. They get even larger now. They actually start looking like a plant. So that's how far we've gotten with our begonias. But as you can see, it's a lot more than the last video I've shown. On this side we even have our rudbeckias. Those came out of our germination chambers, I think 2 weeks ago. They're already getting little hairs on them. Looking nice and healthy. And in here, this is the frustrating part of the greenhouse. These are all plants that required darkness to germinate. They grow very slowly, and they're a pain in the butt to take care of. But here we've got some heuchera. Some verbenas. These are looking a lot nicer than they were. They're still leggy. And this bench isn't as bad. We have had trouble with our oranges. Viola, penny oranges, crown oranges. Anything orange we're having issues with over here. So there's our pansies and violas. And this is how we have to keep these germinating underneath darkness. This is a verbena. Not a whole lot going on there. One of these actually has some, there you go. You can barely see these guys coming up. You've got to stay in the dark until about 80% of this flat has germinated. Then we can let them see the light. That's the progress. It's going well. Haven't killed anything yet, so that's a plus. We'll keep it going, keep it updating as they go out. Later.